The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. When you look at the Saints defense against the pass, they've had some issues. Ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Get him a yard up to the 49.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Second down and 8.
7 Pirates. Come on. Warriors 70, 19, Tiger, 50.
Throwing now is Daniels. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Gibbs. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 10 yards there. Good for a Washington 1st down. His first pass attempt of the game, Charles, and the pass rush was right there to hit him. But no fear, he delivered an accurate ball. Nice catch.
And you never want to see your quarterback getting hit, but it also sends a message to the rest of the team.
Touchdown, Washington! Jahmyr Gibbs. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Commanders 7, Saints nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Brooks. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Taken down right at the line.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Hold the ready. Ready? 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. You talk about this Washington defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
The Waitman now to punt as he sends this one away. Here's Lane. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Here we go.
They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice and meetings talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up the score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Let's go now. Bronco 80. Let's go.
Another run for Gibbs here. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Ready?
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ready? 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Go.
Straight ahead in Gibbs here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Hey, pass. Trap 60. Trap 60. Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready?
Daniels looking to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Now Daniels. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. It'll be a net of 39. 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Back to throw. Queen. Open man left side. Shaheed has it. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. The Saints at 0-11 now in the year. And, Charles, it's a bleak picture, just to be frank, when you're in a hole like this.
And they're starting to run out of time. Not many games left in the season, so everyone's talking about find some inspiration.
What they really need to find is some consistent and better play. That's the only way they'll find that win that they're seeking.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
79, bro. Let's go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's to the 15. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up second down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Jonathan Brooks, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Saints are an extra point away from drawing level. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. The last series form a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Nifty footwork at the 45. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And Washington has taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this was going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Here we go.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he'll be taken down, although there is a flag down. Will this stand? Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Come back team. Ready. Drop 60. Crack all 80. Drag him 60. Check. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
To throw is Daniels. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. The 20. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds. this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying the left side with Gibbs. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. Now a handoff to Rodriguez. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Come on.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jaden Daniels, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7.
Commanders 21, Saints 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
2nd down, 8 to go from the 28.
65. Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18, 19 Lions.
Looking to throw. Queen. There's a short one caught by Johnson. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
70, hot shot, 19 tight, 19 tight. Buffalo 18.
From the gun on 3rd down. Queen. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
To the air goes Daniels. Pass caught. It's Lane with it. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now the first carry here for the running back. 1 yard is the gain. Good for a Commander's first down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
Trap 50, trap 50.
Here's Daniels. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now a 2nd and 10.
6.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones.
A gain of 30.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Let's go. 79, 79.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He finds his man, complete. It's Lane. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Go.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And this time he is in. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Commanders 28, Saints 7.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Come on.
They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Brings up
You don't see that a ton, do you? With the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Once again, it's Brooks. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Tackled at the 25-yard line.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Third and 9 here.
18, Rattler. Here we go. Set. 70, Timberwolf. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Queen. And he is caught. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Now we get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. 2nd and 3. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Trey Amos. And the Commanders are going to have it here just past the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Oftentimes when you lose in a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
60 Maverick. Dragon 60.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
3rd and 14.
So here's a 3rd and 14.
Cowboy 80. Rig alert. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Operating from the gun. Daniels. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Back to throw now on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
2nd and 2.
set. 60 Eagles, 60, trap 60, trap 60.
Back to throw. Daniels. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 41. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
19,
and maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
Okay, ready? Here we go, here we go. Cougar 19.
A final shot before break. Queen. And this one's incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 4. They'll carry here for the big tight end. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll try and run here with Brooks. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
It's 4th down.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This will be fielded at the 17. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And the defense closes quickly there, and he'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
He's taken down at the 33.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, 80.
Off the play fake, Daniels. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he is into the end zone for a Commanders touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 44 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Commanders 35, Saints 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during the series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I wonder if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense did not look particularly good all game long, but nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. Now, they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
It's a gain of 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Come on. Set. Cowboy 80. Ready?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Ready? Go! 60 Bison. Panther 11. Buffalo 18.
They'll look to throw again. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop it. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first.
And pressure coming, and they got it once again. Jordan Davis dropping him for the second straight play. Might want to think about blocking him here on 3rd down. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up.
60 Eagles. Go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's 4th down. Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. This will be from 49 yards out. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
17-yard line.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Ready?
2nd and 11. Under a heavy time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Operating from the gun, Queen. Under pressure, they got him again. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Okay, ready?
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving you a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Commanders.
Ready?
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Down the left sideline. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Saints 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. To be frank, you really have to feel for them. This is appearing to not be their week yet again, so another loss in the cards as they trail big in quarter number 4. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now 2nd and 3.
Two. Top 60. Cowboy 80. Ready?
Operating from the gun. Queen. They'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
The Saints
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Another good throw there in what has been a strong rookie season to this point, Charles, as he now has surpassed the 3,000-yard mark with that last completion.
And just think, he's been forced to learn on the job here in his first year. Normally, veterans talk about, hey, I've got the answers to the test before the game even begins. But this guy's taking the test with every throw, with every game. And so far, he's passing with flying colors.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Ready? 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Go.
Back to throw again. He's going to have the hook up to Izzo. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
That's good for a
big-time play there for New Orleans. 42 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 25 yards that time.
1st and goal.
Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Let's go. Cougar knife. Ready.
Here's Brooks. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
70 Timberwolves.
They'll try to run this one in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
They'll try
to run this one in. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
And goal.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th and goal here as they search for a late score. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass from the 5 falls incomplete, and the Commander defense able to hold. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now he's loose again. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 111 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. And a big run there against the worst rush defense in the league. They're number 32 of 32.
And they're ranked that for a reason. And we're really not surprised to see a big run occur against them, are we?
Ready.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Go.
And they will take a knee here.
Ready. Bronco 80. Let go.
And they take a knee. So it's Washington getting the victory here. Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the first quarter, but nothing in quarters 2, 3, and 4? So we always talk about adjustments. You don't just wait till halftime. You do it series to series. They'll be working on that in preparation for their next game.
So for the Commanders, the win moves them to 3-9 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, that first win remains elusive. They drop to 0-12 now with the loss here. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.